back with some more React gameplay. I'm joined today by Infinite Shay, and we are going to be doing two characters. We got the Dancer, I'll be playing as today, and Infinite Shay is going to be rocking the Animator. So yeah, welcome in, Infinite Shay, or just Shay, I believe was what we discussed.
Yeah. Just Shay's fine. Just Shay's fine. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's been a little while since I last got to play a proper match, and I feel like this is going to be a really interesting one because both of our characters are very dynamic. But if I recall correctly, Dancer is like one of the most reactive characters, which means we're constantly going to have to be thinking ahead of each other, which might just make for the funniest matchup we've ever seen.
And it's something where, and I'm personally never play the Dancer. I rarely do. I actually did this matchup just last night with a friend, teaching them the game, and I definitely didn't play optimally because I wanted them to learn the game, but I quickly realized, oh, I really need to make sure that my strongest reactions, the pivoting step that lets me swap up to 3 times, I need things to be around me, because if it's just you and me side by side and I try to pivoting step and then you just have punches on both your and my zone, I'm getting punched no matter what. And that's something I really like about the Animator, is your animation frames, when you choose to animate a frame, you do not have to declare what that is when playing the card. You choose on resolution. So no matter how the board state changes, you should always be able to do something with a frame somewhere, even if it wasn't what you were intending right from the get-go. A little bit the same with the Dancer. Only one of his cards actually requires targeting a zone, and it needs to be a zone with a scale in it. But besides that, same thing. He can jump in like multiple directions, but he gets to choose on resolution. So that's going to be something with this matchup, is going to be we can put a lot of stuff on the board to say, hey, I could do this, but until the effects resolve, we don't know where the board state is going to be and what is actually going to resolve at that time.
Exactly. It's like, I've played a few games with Animator in the past. I've never had the Dancer matchup just yet. But in my experience, it's like this is the strategy in the strategy game, really, is like not only being able to predict where your opponent is going to be at in order to properly animate, but also making sure you even have the resources to animate in the first place, because the way that I animate frames is through either exhaustion of myself or exhaustion of my 2 little summons. So if I don't have my 2 little summons, it's just me. So it becomes both a resource management game and a 3 steps ahead strategy game all at once.
Yeah, so if I want to apply pressure, as much as I want to deal damage to the Animator, I'm going to get a lot more work done if I take out one or both of the kids.
Exactly.
All right, well, with that, we can get things started. As current tradition is, you'll get game 1, and then I'll get game 2 going first.
All right, sounds like a plan. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't set 2 frames going first because I already start with 2 frames, right?
Correct. This is something that's been changed over time. If you go back and watch earlier gameplay videos of the Animator, they would only play 1 frame at start of turn. Now they've made it so that way they get to play 2 frames every time they draw, but because of how strong that is, they skip that first turn. So yeah, you got your 2 running frames, I've got my 3 adjacent scales, and you can take it away.
Alright, well, I think there's not really all that much I can do to start, so I guess I'll go ahead and make sure I have resources on the board by exhausting myself, and I will summon my 2 little dudes into my adjacent zones.
No reaction from me.
Okay. And I think as little as that is, that'll have to do.
Really? Not going to use the kids at all?
Well... Huh, I completely forgot that 12 actually has that option because of the fact of, I'm so used to using her reaction, I completely forget that the other one doesn't require much else. So you know what, I think, yeah, I will have to go ahead and, place the next 2 frames.
Yeah, because each of the kids have their own unique intention, but they do require both of them for the reaction, so...
Yeah.
She 12 frames per second, Chan, gets you to place the next 2 frames in your animation reel. No reaction here.
Okay, in that case, I will place 1 here, and I think 1 here. That'll give me my most amount of movement.
All right, but I don't have to worry about any punches.
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I rolled that the punches would go way the heck over here. So it is what it is, but yeah, I'll pass over to you.
All right, so I'll progress my masterpiece. Place that one there. I'll draw for turn, and you get to place the next 2 frames, which are both punch frames.
Yes, they are. I know it's not going to stick, and that shouldn't stay there.
Yeah,
but
I
very
am
fun.
not going to be moving, or I'm not going to just stand here waiting.
But you could.
But I could, but I won't. But what I will do is, yeah, let's go ahead and start off by exhausting myself and doing intention A, to jump once and then jump once again in another direction.
Yeah, no reaction.
All right, so I'm gonna hop once, drop in a scale in every zone I leave, and then hop again, drop in a second scale in that zone. I'm gonna separate them so it's easier to see, because once I get 3, that's when I get a fish or a damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna diving step. This lets me move to an unoccupied zone in my rower column. This movement is not blocked by other artists or summons.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right. I'm going to go all the way. Mr. Worldwide Fishman.
Woo!
Now, from what I've learned, as I said, I did this matchup last night. Really, I should make it so that way you have to work harder to get to me. But this is just so much movement, and I love it so much. Why wouldn't I do it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do it again.
Uh-oh.
More diving steps. So while this movement is not blocked by other artists or summons, obviously I can't stop in a spot that has an artist or summon in it.
Yeah. I gotta think about this.
All right.
Because there's 2 options here. You could backtrack, in which case you'll have to drop a scale on all of those, which potentially makes all of those either fish or damage. Or you could start littering my playing field with them. In which case I have a different line that makes this very interesting. I think I will elect to do my reaction here to animate.
Alright, so using both the kids, you get to animate 1 frame. No reaction from me.
Cool. I'll choose to animate this frame here to move Buddy Boy right there.
Excellent.
Then you get to choose your direction.
I'm gonna hop over here.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, it's risky. I know it is, but let me drop a whole bunch of scales as I try to do all borders bingo over here. And with that said, no fishes, but I'm in enemy territory. I'm gonna end my turn.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Okay, so my turn will start.
You get to draw. You place the next 2 frames, which is a punch and a throw.
Let me double check how throw is worded here.
Yes. So you can only throw friendly artists or summons, and they throw from the zone the front throwing frame is in. So they grab someone beside it, but throw in the row or column of the person doing the throwing.
Alright. Sounds good. Cool. So I think what I want to do here... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start off by removing 4 frames.
Ooh. No reaction here.
Okay. I will remove 1, 2...
Do I need to move my guy?
No, I think... No. No, that's fine.
Alright. So up to 4, you've got your 4 there. And those are... At least...
it's 4 or more,
yeah. You do have the option to grab more, but it has to be at least 4.
Yeah, that'll be fine. 4 is fine.
Alright, and they're going to go back in your nice sketchbook over here until you place the last one.
Which I'm just about to do. So, I will now use my intention. I'm going to become very sleepy. Oop. And I will progress my masterpiece. Oh, I should have started my turn with that.
Oh,
actually.
yes. I was going to mention it, but then I said drawing first, and I always mix it up. There we go. Yeah. So progress masterpiece.
And then, yeah. And then place the next 2 frames.
All right. I'm going to react with a pivoting step to swap with an adjacent artist or summon up to 3 times, but I cannot swap with the same artist or summon twice.
How many cards do you have left in hand?
4.
Well, I have the opportunity to do something very funny. Swap with adjacent artist or summon 3 consecutive times.
Specifically, up to 3 consecutive times. Which means that I could say no times.
That is very funny.
And that's another thing with this matchup. Both of our cards are very non-committal.
Very true. I can always elect to not do anything. I will react to animate.
Which, woo!
Uh-oh.
Mouse wheel? There we go.
Got it.
Which, at this point, if I don't do anything, you're probably going to animate that punch. Which is why I'm going to pivoting step again.
Cool.
Yeah, your last... though you have used back to the drawing board once this turn, so even though it has a built-in reaction as well, you do not actually have the option to use it this turn.
Yep. That means I have no reaction.
Alright, so now it's time to do some swapping. I'm going to swap with you.
Yeah.
Which will drop a scale. And then I'm going to swap with your kid, which will drop a second scale. On this one. Just going to be kind of just there. Then you get to animate a frame.
Yes. I will animate this frame.
Very good.
Which means that your pivoting step will fail.
Yeah. Well, I will succeed in swapping 0 times.
I will succeed in failure.
I chose.
I chose to not.
So you get to progress your masterpiece. Place the next 2 frames, which you have 1, and they will immediately refill and allow you to grab the second, which is going to be a run.
Literally all runs. I am the running man.
Everything goes with run, apparently.
All the other kids. No, well, fortunately, I think that's all the gas I have this turn.
Excellent. I don't have to worry about any punches. Actually, you're going to get to place a punch at the start of my turn, but that's
Very
fine.
true.
All right, so I'll progress my masterpiece, and I will draw a card. All right, and you get to place your next 2 frames.
Correct.
Yep, there it is.
I'm a puncher.
You have on reaction a punch. So
You couldn't possibly do that.
couldn't possibly know that.
What do you think this game is? One where there's public knowledge?
Yeah. I am going to exhaust myself for intention A to jump and then jump again.
What if I animated?
Animating 1 frame by exhausting both of the kids.
The children are sleepy.
I will react with a pivoting step to swap up to 3 consecutive times.
Okay, I will respond to animate 2.
Animating 2. Exhausting the Animator.
Now I sleepy.
No reaction.
Cool. So I will animate 1 frame, then animate any other frame. I will move here with the green frame and then punch you.
Yep, that is the correct answer there. And then I get to swap, which if I didn't swap at this specific time, this 12 frames per second could have been a second punch, but luckily I'm able to only take 1 damage. So I will swap with you here, dropping a scale behind as well. And then you get to animate any frame you like.
I think I will animate this run frame.
Excellent. Gives you the choice to throw a kid.
I love throwing childs.
What I like is that you've now given me something very nice to jump over. Whee! So
That'll be fun.
that's jump number 1, which will drop 3 scales. So 1 there, second one there, and 1 here. And then I get to jump again, but without backtracking, so I can't just jump back. I'm going to hop here, dropping a second scale on this zone. And then
This board is getting so messy.
it's getting a little messy, and I like it. You've got the only reaction left is your back to the drawing board, which doesn't really affect me. In fact, doing so would just refresh this 1 punch frame.
1 punch.
1 punch. So it just fills up the react chain. I don't have to really worry about that. So what do
But I would really appreciate it if you gave me the opportunity to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. You know what? Bail. I'm gonna bail. I'm going to diving step to move across the board.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll go back to the drawing board. Why not?
All right, sounds good. No reaction from me.
Oh, I thought it was the intention. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I made my decision. I will lie in my bed.
Hey, you get to use it once per turn, might as well use it. So you remove your 1 punch frame from your animation reel. Hey, you've got no animation reel. You play the punch back. All right, and then I'm gonna hop over here, dropping 3 scales, though actually, one's gonna go here, one's gonna go here, one's gonna go here, and immediately become a fish. So I'm just gonna move these 2 over for simplicity. And let's get a fish. Let's get a goldfish.
Look at that fish.
Look at that fish. All right, now question. Do I overextend? Yes. I love overextending. We're gonna calling step. I think it's the first time I've used this, or you might have dodged at the beginning, I forget. So I can choose another artist for summon in my rower column, make it jump once towards me, and then I jump once in any direction. Oh, I like this. Oh, I just saw what I'm doing, and I like this.
Oh!
And
You're going to kill a child.
I'm gonna kill a child. And I don't think there's anything you can do to stop this.
No.
So
No, there isn't.
I'm gonna say, hey, there's this kid over here in my rower column. I'm gonna make them jump over all of this, and then I'm gonna jump over all of this. And in doing so, there's gonna be 3 scales here. I'm gonna remove them and deal 1 damage to the kid. And then once again, I'm just gonna move these around so I don't have to go back to the bag.
I can't believe you would do that.
But I did.
This child was innocent.
He was trying to punch me.
You know what? You deserved it.
And I think I'm going to exhaust this goldfish, which I believe I have to choose a direction. I'm going to do towards me to make it jump once in the chosen direction. If I had frenzy tokens, I could then make it deal damage, but I need to ascend first, so I'm purely just moving the fish.
Okie dokie.
Whew. And the fish does not leave scales.
Whew.
And with that nice long turn out of the way, I will pass.
Okay, well, I will no longer be sleepy. And I will...
Play that punch.
Yeah.
I will draw a card. You'll progress your
I could
masterpiece.
I could just get rid of the fish. Yeah. I will progress the masterpiece. And now, what is my best option? I mean, I could literally just kill the fish now.
You could just kill the fish right now. Actually, I don't think you can. Unless you reaction to use the animator. Because he cannot animate frames, and the girl cannot animate frames without the other boy as a reaction.
Well, I'm going to start off with my intention. I will progress my masterpiece, and then I will summon 12 or 24 back to where he belongs.
All right. I'm just gonna think about something quick.
Oh no, not thinking.
I'm thinking. I'm
That's
doing
my
it.
one weakness.
I'm gonna pivoting step.
Uh-oh, Daddy-o. Yeah, that's fine.
You can back to the drawing board. No, don't do it.
Why not? Why wouldn't I go back?
You can only use it once per turn. Use it for its intention.
Yeah, very true. You are correct.
All right.
I'm not going to make that mistake again.
All right. So I'm going to swap with my goldfish, which will unfortunately leave a scale here. The 2 will be removed. I'll choose to summon a fish, which will just fail. I'm going to leave those 2 scales there because I'm about to use it, as I'm going to then do my second swap. Dropping a scale there.
Would you like to swap with me?
I would. And drop in a second scale.
Like it's hot.
Like it's hot. All right. Now you may go ahead with your intention.
Yeah. Oh, the way that you did this makes me think you have another pivoting step in hand.
Who's to say?
Me, I am to say.
All right. Well,
I will ascend.
we're gonna see an ascension, which woo!
That's fun.
Your main character card here.
Yeah.
When you ascend, summon 60 frames per second to an adjacent zone, then descend me.
Yeah.
Second effect if you already have it, but we don't.
Yeah. And then... that's a problem. Yeah. Okay. Well,
look at this
60.
Look at this party over here.
Yeah. Look at us go. Aren't we all friendly?
Look at all this green.
So for anyone at home who doesn't know what 60 FPS Sama does, as an intention, he can animate a frame, then animate another frame. Then, as a reaction, he can place the next 2 frames from the animation reel in any zone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as you can see, I have none of those.
Correct.
Now I am exhausted, which is unfortunate.
But you got all your kids.
So, let's see if we can make this difficult. I'm going to start off. See, there's 2 ways that I can do this. If I expect that the last card in your hand is a pivoting step, then there's only one correct thing for me to do.
And it's pass the turn.
I wish. I wish it were that easy. Unfortunately, no. If I pass the turn, I think I die. I'm going to use 60 to animate 2 frames.
Alright. So...
Because if you don't do anything, then I think I just win.
Oh, we all exhaust him.
Oh, correct.
No reaction.
Okay, well, I will donk.
Nope.
No? Oh, is it another frame?
Another frame.
One other frame.
If you...
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
You can either wait and use the kid, or you can reaction to use the kids.
Oh, there's no way on earth I am reacting to use the kids, because if that's a pivoting step, then I just, do nothing.
Alright, so 1 frame's gonna be
100%.
punch.
Yeah. I want to punch you, and then I will elect to animate this punch frame over here.
Excellent.
And do absolutely nothing with it. Since all my movement frames are all the way over there, and I'm all the way over here.
And he's the sheriff.
And he's the sheriff. Classic. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and go back to the drawing board and draw more boards.
Draw more boards. No reaction.
Okay. Well, this one's not doing me any good right now.
That's 1.
That's 2. That's 3. That's 4.
And you can do more.
I will do more. I think I want to keep you on your toes here. There we are. Okay. Cool. So I've exhausted myself. I've exhausted 60.
Correct.
I can attempt to hit you twice. But again, if that's pivoting step, I'm just going to take damage. I think I'd rather wait. I will pass the turn.
Alright, so I will progress my masterpiece. I'll draw a card.
How is this happening? Look at this. It's all running frames.
Yeah. The running man's back in.
Okay, I'll run here, run here.
Excellent. Alright, I would like to do intention B to progress my masterpiece and jump once in any direction.
Oh, you can't jump this way to damage me.
Correct.
But you will be leaving a fish behind.
A fish with frenzy.
Oh, no! They told me that fish were friends.
Not food.
But they were wrong. I will do my reaction.
It's time to animate some frames. Which one of those is definitely going to be punch. So I'm going to react with a pivoting step.
1 second, let me exhaust myself. Swap 3 times. What are the odds your last card's not a pivoting step?
I've played a lot of pivoting steps.
That is correct. I will exhaust.
Using the kits to animate one frame. Well, sure would suck if I didn't have another pivoting step. I've drawn so many.
Well, you know, now your hand's empty.
Now my hand's empty, but first things first, I'm going to move you here, which will remove you apparently from the board, which will
Aye, the flea's spleen.
deal 1 damage. Then I'm going to switch with the boy, which will then deal 1 damage to the boy.
Oh no, not the boy. No, my boy. Father help.
Father help. I could swap with my fish, but then I would just lose those scales, so I'm just going to ignore that there. So, you then get to animate any one frame.
Yes.
But I don't think there's any frames to animate. You can move 60 frames per second. That's the only frames that would actually achieve an action.
You are correct.
The best kind of correct.
I'm gonna move here.
Perfect. I will now swap with him.
Oh. Yeah. I was thinking I might be able to punch you in a second, but yeah, that didn't work out for me.
Yeah, so I'll deal the damage once he gets there. I got no one else to swap with. You then get to animate 2 frames. Once again.
Correct.
You can punch yourself, maybe, or do you have to be actually?
Yeah, it has to be adjacent. Yeah.
So.
Unfortunate. Oh well, it's not over yet. It ain't over till it's over.
Ain't over till it's over. I've only dealt 1 damage. You just need to deal 1 to me, and boy howdy is Animator real good at doing that. I then jump. Well, technically I press my masterpiece first, so we'll do that. And I shall ascend. And upon my ascension, I get 3 frenzy tokens on me, then descend. So I grab 1, 2, 3, and they weirdly enough go on top of the dancer. And then I get to jump once. Do I want to be closer or farther away? I probably want to be farther away now that I'm empty on hand. But just because I'm empty on hand doesn't mean I'm empty on fish. I will...
I didn't exhaust myself earlier.
No worries. I will exhaust my fish to have it jump once in the chosen direction. I can then spend a frenzy token to deal a damage to an adjacent zone.
Okay.
I do believe, technically, if you want to react, you do have back to the drawing board. If you want to get to that punching frame a little faster.
You know what? Screw it. Yeah. Get out of here, running.
Cool. I then hop over here, remove a frenzy token to deal 1 damage to you. Alright, we're all both on our last HP. We both ascended once. And with that, I'll end the turn and probably not draw another pivoting step. I think I've drawn basically all of them. There's 8 copies in the deck. I've played at least 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, you have your graveyard to look at.
But I will end my turn.
Well, you can only hit me 1 more time. Okay, so I will begin. Oh.
Progress your masterpiece.
That I will do. That I will do. I will place it right here.
And you have to place the run and the punch.
Run and the punch. Yeah. I'm gonna punch you right here. What you gonna do about it?
You're gonna have to throw somebody first.
I think I won't. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and exhaust myself. And I will elect to progress my masterpiece and summon a friend.
No reaction from me.
Alright, so progress and friend. So let me read exactly how this card works, because this is a very complicated one.
Yes. So with your throw frame, you pick up from someone adjacent, one of your friendly guys that are adjacent, and throw it in the roar column of the thrower specifically.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think, in that case, what I want to do, because I can remove more stuff from the drawing board. Of course it's a running. I mean, I knew it was a running, but, right now, it running is just a running joke for me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I will go ahead and I will use 24 to animate.
No reaction.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna throw.
Oh.
Hopefully that doesn't lead me to throwing the game.
Sorry, once again, reminder. It gets thrown from the thrower zone, so he would end up here.
Correct. You are correct. It's worded very weird.
It's thrown a lot of people off, and that's just how it is. Oh, and the boy is tapped.
Mm-hmm. And so is baby.
No, not yet.
No?
You could still...
Oh, yeah. It's the reaction that does both.
Yeah. So if you... back to the drawing board, you can then use 12 frames per second to then place some new frames.
Yeah. I will go ahead and back to the drawing board.
Sounds good, sounds good. No reaction from me.
Cool. Uno. Well, I want to keep that. Dos. Trace. Easy. I guess, while I'm thinking about it, I will go ahead and use 12 to place the next two.
Sounds good. No reaction from me.
It's a bit of a high risk, because I don't know what the next two are going to be. Or the next one, I guess.
It's running. What did you expect?
You know, I expected better. I expected better is what I expected. Sure.
Yeah, give yourself some running room. Haha.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm putting it over here. No, wait. Never mind. That was a dumb idea. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to do it for my turn. I don't have anything else I can do.
Alright, sounds good. I will...
You're good to go, my friend.
Progress my... masterpiece like that. Let's do that. Oh, it's all gray. And I'll draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... we live in dangerous times. I'm going to react with a fish, targeting this direction, allowing it to hop, and then perhaps spend a frenzy. Oh, and did you place your 2 frames for turn?
I did not. Yeah, I think I do have to react to that.
Mm-hmm. One frame. No reaction here.
2 cards in hand, no reaction. That's got me spooked. I will punch your fish.
The fish has been punched and removed from the board.
Yeah! I love it when I punch a fish. It's the true man's way of fishing.
And since the fish is dead, it cannot jump.
Correct. Dead fish cannot jump. That has been confirmed according to science. I
am then going to react to jump and then jump again with intention A.
Jump and jump again. That's worrisome. I will react. Animate and animate.
No reaction.
Okay, I will animate running frame, and then I will animate punching you in the face.
Ah!
There was
Ah,
only one way it could have ended.
only one way. Well, that was with you being the hunter. This time, I get to go first and hopefully be the hunter, Ed. But yeah, good game.
Good game.
That was a real close
That was
one.
fun.
A fish, a fish, a fishy, ooh. Oh, fishy, 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 fish.
All right, so game 2. This time I get to go first.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to draw 4 and then 1 for turn. You just got your 2 chances to dodge here in case I go too fast.
Look at you with your deck drawing privileges.
And you know what? I'm going to start things off by immediately forcing you to do it. Let's do a calling step to make you choose you potentially and how you jump towards me, and then I jump.
How could you? Well, yeah. You know it.
I know it. Yeah, so we get to animate and animate again. No reaction. Go ahead.
I will animate, and then I will elect to animate this one over here for no reason.
No reason. All right. I cannot call you, so instead I will just hop one to the side and drop. Oh, apparently a huge stack of. I just need one. Give me one. There we go. All right. So we did that. I am then going to intention B to just jump once, but then progress my masterpiece.
Going to jump once and progress. Okay. You're gonna come up close to me so that this next turn I can punch frame you.
We'll see.
Fair enough. Go for it.
Yeah, I guess besides removing one animation frame from your animation reel, that's the only reaction that you have. But definitely let me know if you want to use that at any time. Just store the throw frame for a later date.
Oh, is that it? You want me to put away my best weapon against your jumping?
Potentially. So I'm just going to move back, dropping a second scale there. And then I'm just going to pass.
Okay. Slow turn, but I respect it. Yeah, so I will unexhaust.
Progress
I
your
will-
masterpiece.
That I shall. That I shall indeed.
And place your
And
next
then I will play... Yeah.
Sorry, I should let you say that. I apologize.
Hey, you're good, you're good. Yes, this is fine. Yeah, so I will go ahead and I will exhaust myself to summon my 2 little friends.
Go for it. No reaction.
Alright. Come to me, friends.
That's a big
that's-
friend right there.
That is a big friend right there. Is she upside down?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Imagine. But yes. Unfortunately, I can place the next 2. Yeah, I will use her ability. Place the next 2 frames.
Sounds good. No reaction.
Neat. Just in case you decide you want to try to get clever. And yeah, I think that'll do it for my turn.
Sounds good. I'll progress my masterpiece, and then I'll draw a card. You'll place your next 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's lovely.
Be careful, I could throw at any point in time.
Yes. In theory, 2 damage is on the board.
Very true.
So that being said,
Is this going to be a different kind of game where you drew all your calling steps?
A chance. Chance to dream. Let's just go ahead. And we're going to do intention A to jump twice with no backtracking.
Okay. Show me what you got.
You're not reacting?
It might be a little too soon to react, because if you have something, I will wait patiently.
Alright. Sounds good. I'll hop once and hop again. Which will leave a scale here, drop the third scale here, which will result in playing a fish. Let's do a blue fish. Then I'm going to calling step to move something in my roar column towards me, and then I jump in any direction.
I think this is a perfect opportunity to animate.
One frame.
One of your finest frames.
No reactions from me, Sir Shane. Or Shay.
Great. I will throw myself in your general direction.
I love to see it. And then I will...
I'm sure you'll hate to see it later.
I'm then going to have you jump over me. And I'm going to jump once this way, dropping a scale. I will then exhaust this fish, targeting the corner to have it jump once in that direction.
I gotta think about this.
Of course.
I'll go Animator.
Excellent. No reaction from me.
Cool. I will animate the move frame here. And then I will animate the throw frame to throw a child at you.
Excellent. And then hop my fish.
My fish.
And
My mind's just suddenly going to Swedish fish.
a good choice. With that, I will end my turn, and this whole board will refresh.
Okay. Well, my turn will begin. I will progress my masterpiece. Is that a correct call? Yes. And then I will play the frame.
The frame.
Frame. Yeah. And then I think I will start my turn by removing a bunch of stuff from the board that I'm not currently using.
There's only one that really matters at the moment.
The one that's going to hurt.
Correct. That there. So the question is, when to pull the trigger?
Pull the trigger.
If I force you to pull the trigger now, it actually spends more of your resources to do things as a reaction. So I think we're going to pivoting step to swap up to 3 times.
That is kind of unfortunate, isn't it? I will animate.
Alright, and I will choose not to react. So you get the react choice back to you.
I mean, I could, but if I let you lock it up...
That's always the tough spot with the chain. It's like, whoever gets that last spot really gets the last say.
Yeah, this is a matchup where I feel like getting greedy is actively worse for me.
Take the hit where you can get it.
Yeah. So, I will punch you.
Alright, first damage on the board. I will then swap with the boy. And then you get to clean up your frames.
That I do. Blah, 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 blah.
Taking away 5.
Oh, wow. This is a much better loadout than it was before. Alright. Cool. So, I think I will use my intention to progress my masterpiece and place 2 frames from the animation reel in instant.
Right. I am going to react with a converging step, targeting here. Oh, and yeah, because I didn't get to play his last round. So I target a zone containing a scale. I then get to remove up to 7 scales from anywhere on the board. If 3 or more scales were removed, I summon a fish in the targeted zone. If 7 or more scales were removed, I also draw a card. There's only 5 scales at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've been very conservative with your scales. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3. Let's do like that. And let's summon a purple fish. We'll get every fish a time in the sun.
Okay.
But here in the bowl, the fish ain't happy.
Let's see. And then I gotta read this one more time.
Yeah, get that throwing right. So it's gonna be, you need to have your guy in the throwing zone, and you need to have a friendly adjacent.
I kind of like that.
And you do have a running frame to place as well to help move someone into that zone or beside.
Perfect. Yeah, that's all I have. So I will pass to you.
Excellent. I will progress my masterpiece, which will automatically ascend me.
Oh no! Ascension!
Ascension! Which, of course, once again, just gets me free 3 frenzy tokens. Woohoo. I can do fish damage now.
I gotta place my next 2 frames.
And I draw a card for turn. Oh, I've been marked for a punch.
Yes.
Well, hey, Bluefish. It's time for you to jump. Go ahead and jump, which will move in that direction, and then I can remove a frenzy to deal damage.
Oh no! Jumping's always a problem. I will Animator react.
I will...
Fish react. Imagine if they made one of the fish a reaction instead of an intention.
I will pivoting step to swap up to 3 times.
You only have to swap 1 to ruin my plan.
Correct. But I do have the ability to really shuffle around this board a bit.
I should have put a punch frame where I'm at. I'll animate 1.
Alright. And 1 more pivoting for the road.
You can't keep getting away with it!
But I can! So let's go swap there. Dropping a scale. I will swap with my fish. Dropping a scale. And for my 3rd and final one, I will swap with you. Dropping a scale. And then you get to animate 1 frame.
Yes, I can. I will animate this one.
Excellent.
Then you get to pivoting step again.
I do. I'm going to pivot with you, which will drop a 1 scale here, but I will not pivot any more than that. That was really the only pivoting I needed. And then you get to animate 2 separate frames.
Indeed. Yeah. Alright. Now, I'll animate this running frame, and then I will proceed to animate this punching frame for no raisins. That'll be it.
Alright, and then my fish hops. I'll remove a frenzy token to deal 1 damage to an adjacent zone, which is you.
The flea, spleen, etc., etc.
And then, now your only reaction is back to the drawing board, so I can safely have my fish exhaust and jump into the wall.
I mean, you know what the fish says when it jumps into a wall, right?
Fish.
Huh?
Fish. I was doing fish without eyes. Totally different joke.
No. The fish, when it runs into a wall, it says, damn.
Damn. Go on. So assuming not using back to the drawing board, I remove second frenzy token. Deal 2nd damage. Now the question is, do I have any way to finish off the game on this turn?
I hope not.
I would need...
I would like to try to win.
You won the first game.
What do you mean? I totally didn't do that. What? It won't work.
That being said, first thing I did was with my blue fish, so I've not used myself yet. Because I ascended off of just start of turn. So let's go ahead and exhaust myself to progress my masterpiece and jump once.
Yeah.
Alright, I will place that there.
I was trying to think of how you could beat me this turn, and then the first thing that came to mind is, it's the goldfish with the steel chair!
Well, I will be dropping a 3rd scale to drop a fish there. The question is there any funky way to get this fish beside you? And as much as I would like it to be, I don't really think there is. That said, so you're gonna have to back to the drawing board to refresh all your stuff. And here's something that's definitely important about this matchup. Oh no, I was gonna say I don't have the option to deal damage to you on your turn. I can with pivoting steps if I happen to swap you around. But that's tough to do, and I would need to have a lot more scales readily available.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I put myself in a position to take further damage? I've only taken 1. I just need to deal 1 more. What's the best way to do that with my remaining resources? You know what? I think this is perfect. I think this is worth it. I'm going to diving step to move across the board somewhere in my rower column.
Oh no! Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. I am going to go 2 over here.
I was thinking you were going to jump directly in between my 2 punching frames just to upset me.
I thought about it, but there is the running frame there to get you closer to me no matter what, so I think make you have to do a bit more work. I think that's perfect. And with that being said, I will then pass the turn.
Okay, well, you do have me in a bit of a predicament because I can't move. So I am stuck here. I have ways out, but I have to get real clever about it. So I will go ahead, I will progress my masterpiece. The piece has been mastered. I will place a frame. And now I'm going to back to the drawing board.
No reaction.
Cool. I will remove the punchy. Remove this running frame that is doing nothing for me. And I'll remove the runny that is doing nothing for me. Cool. Alright. I will use my intention to progress my masterpiece and place the next 2 frames.
Yeah, sounds good. No reaction here.
Alright. There you are. I have ascended beyond just being the animator, which means 60 FPS Sama has entered the ring.
Excellent.
I also probably should have gotten the punching frame earlier, but I'm not worried about it. And then I will place the next 2. Alright. Alright, I will animate a frame and animate another frame.
I messed up real bad.
Uh-oh.
No reaction.
Oh no! Pew! Get punched by a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Alright. Well. Oh, I will boop. And then. Yeah. I'll go ahead and animate the last one I got. Oop.
Oh. Not yet.
Oh, no? Oh, yeah. That's the wrong one. My bad. I keep forgetting that she has a different intention.
Yeah. Yeah, so exhaust the boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the scene of the crime. Who would win in a fight? Green Boy or Dancing Man? Green Boy.
A literal child or a dancer?
Yeah. It's the Green Boy. He's winning.
What?
Yeah, see, my mistake is I have in hand 2 converging, Yeah. And I'm like, I could maybe draw into other reactions. I do not have 7 scales, so that's a failure there.
Oh, no.
I was also like, oh, maybe I could stop you from moving into that zone or doing extra things by summoning a fish there. Oh, wait, I have all 3 fish out.
Yeah.
So that was a big mess up on my part, and that's why I don't play Dancer. I don't know how to best do it, but that was once again another very close match.
I think that you definitely could have had it if it wasn't for overextending into the yellowfish.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think you played it very well. The issue is that, like, game 1, you kind of overcommitted kind of all over the place, but because I am able to very easily move to different zones, it makes pinning me down to where you can get 3 scales very inefficient. So you were playing more conservatively the second game, but playing more conservatively means that you can't converging step to make fish. And it just makes the board state a little bit more awkward.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's a pretty fair matchup. It's just like trying to find a balance between being conservative and using your jumping abilities to keep the board presence going. It's kind of like the same issue that Sculptor has sometimes, where it's like, you want to make sure that the board is all set up, but like getting to that point without overcommitting or having to like confuse everything up is really, really difficult. Yeah, good games.
Good game, Shay. Thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely, this was fun.
Hells yeah.